Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome back if you're following along for the 12 days of Care Keys to Caregiving Ease. Today's Care Key is a little bit sensitive and equally as important. It is end-of-life planning, preparation, just having open discussions around that. So what I mean when I say that is really just having open conversations that are appropriate. Make sure that you're reading the room and know to not be bringing it up maybe at Christmas dinner or things like that. But it's so important, I think, to initially just shift your perception or the perspective that you are viewing end of life through. So my favorite analogy to share with everyone, I'll share it with anyone, is comparing the beginning of life to end of life. So for the beginning of life, when somebody is pregnant, what do? We shower them with gifts. We make sure that they are settled and nesting and that they have everything around them that they need and that they want and that makes them feel happy, comfortable, ready, all of those things. And when we're preparing for end of life, it can be viewed and addressed very similarly. So you can have conversations with your loved one about what legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want there to be a celebration of your life? And if so, what key factors do you want to make sure we highlight on? And having those conversations now, I think, breaks down that taboo barrier for folks, but it also gives you an opportunity to learn what your loved one, likely your parent, your grandparent, or your spouse, what they're really wanting for the end of their life. I think that far too often we just don't talk about it in hopes that it won't happen. And the opposite end of that is that it's going to happen. And if we can set our families up to not have to plan, navigate, guess as they are grieving the loss of us, that is the greatest gift that we can give to them. And there's so many resources here in Indianapolis, and I know just throughout, but end-of-life doulas exist. We have them here in Indianapolis, and the one I'm thinking of does an amazing job. And just being able to have those open conversations, and I think that if families knew that those resources existed to support them and to help them navigate and plan for this, they would do it, especially when it's viewed through the lens of how do I set my family up to succeed as best they can as they are grieving my loss. So that's my huge care key for the day. I just think that if you can start to view this as a celebration of life instead of end of life, that just shifts how it feels, and it shifts the energy that surrounds that so that the conversation isn't as scary and you can talk about it openly. I joked in my post earlier today that do I want a huge party? Probably. I know a lot of things that if it were to happen to me right now, that I would want represented as the legacy that I have created thus far. And unless somebody knows about those things, they're going to be questioning and guessing on top of grieving. And I don't want that for my family, and I know you don't want that for your family either. So have these conversations. I'm happy to help navigate them if that's something that you need help with. I have in the past hopped on a Zoom call with a whole family and just kind of been, I say I'll be the bad guy, but it's not even that. I'm just here to give you an outsider's perspective and what I have seen cause turmoil and stress time and time again. So happy to do that, love to do that, if that would help anybody. So have a great day. It's Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow morning with day 5 of our Care Keys, and I hope I'll see you there. Bye, guys.